Hey, this is Joe Price. I just wanted to show you how to help with our Numident project. The Numident's a really amazing record from the Social Security Administration. It provides maiden names for the mother, multiple names for the individual, exact birth dates and death dates and places for the focus person. So this record is just a fantastic way to help people find their family. And so we're going to be doing a lot of record hints from this collection. So let me share my screen so you can see how to help with this project. So here we are on our Google Sheet. You can see here Numident project. And I'm just going to click on this Google Sheet. Okay, you can see right here, this tracks kind of our progress. And right now we're just working on the smaller states and we'll add other data as we go. So if you want to help, you just click on a cell and hit Control down. That'll take you to the next open spot. And I'm going to put in my name. I'll just check out a few. And then I just click on this link right here. Okay. Here's some things I look for. So now we're in SourceLinker, and now you just need, this is the most important step where you decide if this is a match or not. So I like to kind of keep score a little bit. Now, one thing is the Numident is pretty unique in that you'll have very detailed information about the focus person, and then you'll have the names of the parents. But the really cool thing is you'll have the maiden name of the mother. So in this case, I actually am matching on 4 pieces of information already. So that's pretty good. And then notice here, I'm actually going to get kind of 2 other things that help me feel a little more confident in this match. Is right here, Tucson. And then this child was born 1924 and this was 1930. So kind of Guillermo kind of fits in this family well, given the birth years of the siblings. So I believe this is a match that I'm just going to hit add and create new person. And then I will hit add, attach, and then I'll just do the same for the parents. And that's it. So the cool thing that we just did is now Guillermo's on the tree. He's there with his parents. So if Guillermo is the grandpa of someone, they'll come and find Guillermo on the tree. And then because we've connected Guillermo to his parents, they'll be able to have a really cool tree discovery experience. Now I'm done. I just close and I just put a 1. Okay. One kind of power tip is if you highlight multiple and hit Alt Enter at the same time, that just saves us a little bit of time so that so we don't have to wait for things. Okay, so you can see here, I'm going to open this up. So I've got Selma A. Abounader, Alfred J. So this one actually is just like I just want to make sure there's not contradictions. Notice they got married in 1937. He was born in 1938. We've got Arizona, Maricopa. So you can see Maricopa right here. Like this is just a slam dunk because we're basically matching on 3 name pieces, super unique surnames. So this is just a really easy match. And I could do the click the add buttons. I just wanted to show you if you have the Goldie May bookmark set up, you can just click that button and then it'll start attaching. And the nice thing about that is I can even pull it over here to the side and it'll keep doing its thing, which allows me then to look at the next one. Again, you can see here we have like a very unique name, Stoopy. You can see here, he got married in December. He was born in 1930, but you can see the COCH for Cochise County. So it does look like he was possibly born a little bit before the marriage, but this looks like a really good match. And the other thing is, maybe the birth date maybe the birth year in the Numident is off, but yeah, you can see this looks great. So I'm going to just hit attach record. And then again, I can just pull it over here to the side and take a look at the next one. So again, in a lot of these, I like to look for, I first, of course, look for the names matching up and kind of think about how rare the names are. So this one actually looks pretty good. And then right here, I can see Gila. And then let's see if we have a marriage. We don't have marriage info for them, but we can look at their ages. So the mom would have been about 30 when she was born. So that seems very reasonable. This looks like a really good match. So I'm going to just hit attach. Okay, and I can pull this one over here. Let's look here. Okay, now this is great. I'm glad this happened so you can see what will happen here is you can see we've got Jamie L. Morrison, okay, with her husband Robert E. Morrison. But look at the birth and death info. So this is perfect. Someone was building their tree and never added in Jamie's parents, but by hitting select, now we can basically connect the thing that someone was already doing with her parents so that when they come back, they'll have this kind of new information that they can use. The other thing I can do is come in here and just make a couple small changes. So we can put in her maiden name, which is Green. We can fix this to Luis. And then I'm going to put in her birth date. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that because we are looking for ways to maybe automate that by using information from the Numident to make those kind of changes that we just did that are pretty easy. But if you want, you can definitely do that. Okay, here's our last one right over here. So notice I open these up. You can see we've got Pima, kind of unique names, born 1900, born 1923. So that seems to match up really well. And so that'll just finish up. And so then I would just mark down ones right here to show that those are done. And then if you don't finish the ones you have, you can just delete your name. So you can come back into this sheet anytime you want. So just as a final thing, let me show you how to get the Goldie bookmark. It's really easy because that might be really useful for this project. You just type goldiemay.com/B. And then all you do is you just drag this onto your bookmarks right there. So boom. And if you want to take it off, you just delete. And then if you're not seeing your bookmark bar, just come over here and you basically just look for like bookmarks and you just want to hit show or hide. So if I hit hide bookmarks bar, then I'm going to come back in here into bookmarks and just show. And then that way my bookmarks bar will show up. Okay, last thing, and you don't have to watch the rest of this video. Let me just show you kind of how I approach these projects. So I will, open up a bunch. Actually, I probably open up about 10 at a time. And then here, I will open up there. So I actually have kind of both windows going. Sometimes I'll do 3, but it's really, I want to spend my time thinking and making decisions rather than waiting for things to load. Okay. Notice I'm kind of focusing in on where I think the most important information. So see Miami, she kind of fits right in here. And the parents line up really well. So I'll just hit attach record. And then I just close them as I go. And so I'm kind of working my way backwards. You can see sometimes we are not adding a new person. This one's kind of a tough call. We got Billy Camacho. So she definitely fits in this family. I just don't know if Billy, yeah, my guess is they're probably the same person. You can see that it lines up pretty well. So I'm going to attach that. But again, all these decisions that we're making in SourceLinker are, we're just trying to do the best we can. This is another case where the birth date isn't lining up just well. I have found that with the Numident that sometimes the birth dates aren't exactly right, but notice that it's like pretty close and everything else is lining up really well. So that the idea is like, what's the chance that there's another person that has this much information? Or what's the chance that there's like 2 people with that much information being the same? So I'll attach. Okay, and so then, and then the thing is, once I get done with all of these, I can just close that and I just pull this over here and then I just grab the next batch. Okay, so I just like come down here and then check these out. And so I usually just have 2 windows going and then I'm using the Goldie May bookmark. Yeah, so I hope that's helpful and thanks for helping with this project. We're really excited to try to make sure that everyone in the Numident is on the family tree because we really think this is the best discovery experience when people use Family Search for the first time. Our experience has been that people usually know when their grandpa died, and so they're going to search for their grandpa based on the name, the date, or the year and the place where they died. And the Numident's going to make that information right there available for them to find their family. And then the Numident's going to connect their grandpa to their parents. And because we then have their parents, we can connect them to census records and go back pretty far. So that's really the goal of this project, and I'm grateful to have your help.